Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Aditha cibi. Today we'll be discussing about LDL, the bad cholesterol. So, is LDL always a bad cholesterol? The answer is no. LDL is actually something that is present in you naturally, and nothing natural is for no purpose. So, LDL, what is it? LDL is just a transport protein. So, what does it transport? It transports cholesterol from your liver to your entire body. So, the cholesterol, as you all think, is not just from the diet you take. Your cholesterol is formed by your liver. Your cholesterol is required for all the cells function. It is required for the cell membrane, the cell covering. It is required for producing a lot of hormones. Without this cholesterol, none of the cells would function and none of the hormones would be proper. So cholesterol is not entirely bad. But then when does the problem start? When does it become bad? That is when the numbers are beyond what is normal. See, normally your LDL, what does it do? It takes the cholesterol from your liver, takes it to all the cells of the bodies, all the tissues. In the tissues, your cells will take up the LDL and use the cholesterol in the LDL for forming its membrane, for creating hormones and creating a lot of other functions. But when the quantity is too much, when the cells are filled up with what is required, then the cells won't take up this LDL, and this LDL will keep roaming in the bloodstream, and that is where the problem starts. When this LDL gets deposited in the vessel wall, this LDL will get oxidized, and that it becomes bad. When an LDL becomes oxidized, it is taken up by some cells called macrophages in your blood vessels, and they become fatty foam cells. And when these fatty foam cells accumulate, they form the layer of cholesterol plaque. And when the plaque increases, then your blood vessels gets blocked and you get all sorts of problems. So what are the problems you get if your LDLs are too high? If your heart vessels are blocked, you will get a heart attack. If your brain vessels are blocked, you will get a stroke. If your hands and legs vessels gets blocked, you will get a peripheral arterial disease. So everywhere, every arteries will get narrowed, your blood flow will come down and you will get the problem. Okay, so what is the normal level that is LDL should be maintained? For a healthy person, the LDL should be less than 100, and if you have some sort of risk factors, then your LDL should be less than 70. Suppose you have a heart attack or if you have a previous stroke, then we will want your target to be less than 70. And it varies from every region to region, but the general consensus is it should be less than 70. So what are the natural ways I could get this LDL to less than 100 or to less than 70? That is by doing few changes in your lifestyle. The first change which I would like you to do is that cut down all your trans-saturated fatty acids. So what is a trans-saturated fatty acid? It is that thing that is high amount that is present in all fast foods, fried foods, and all your snacks. They contain high amount of this trans fats. So fats basically are of three types. One is a saturated fat, one is an unsaturated fat, one is this trans fat. So the trans fats are the worst kind that you can have, and the unsaturated, especially the polyunsaturated fatty acids, are actually good for you. So cut down on this, all the fast foods, fried foods, and your snacks, and try to consume good fats. So by good fats, what are the substances which can have good fats? Start with nuts. So nuts like walnut and nuts like groundnut, nuts like almonds are all having a good amount of healthy fats, and you can consume and they are going to be helpful for you. And the other thing you have to do apart from nuts is that take lots of fibers. So fiber, I mean take lots of fruits, lots of vegetables. Fruits like banana, apple, berries, they can have high amount of fiber, and that high amount of fiber will decrease your cholesterol absorption. And also your grains, like you can all take a lot of fibers by taking a lot of whole grains, a lot of brown rice instead of the polished ones. By taking these high fiber diet, you can get your LDL under control. The third thing which you have to do to reduce your LDL under control is taking regular physical activity. You will have to exercise at least 30 minutes a day. If you are someone who is lean but just having the abdomen fat, just your belly is fat, you are also under high risk for developing this high LDL levels. So naturally, if you reduce your waistline, you can get your LDL under control. So if your waistline is too big, you try to exercise, try to eat healthy, and try to bring that under control. The fourth thing which you have to do to get your LDL under control is that you should quit smoking, because smoking is bad to heart in every possible way. You smoke, your heart's in complete damage. Not only your heart, your brain, your lungs, your liver, any organ you mention, smoking is bad for it, or any form of tobacco is bad for it. If you are someone who is smoking, stop it before something bad happens. And if something had already happened, if you try to continue to smoke, then the second time nothing can guarantee it, so the damage will be very bad. Whatever be the way you can try to stop smoking, there are a lot of helps that is available to stop smoking. You can take all those helps. There are a lot of replacement medications are there. There are a lot of replacement gums, a lot of patches are there. There is counseling is there. Take proper help and quit your smoking. The other thing which we want to emphasize is that you should get your stress under control. By stress under control, I mean do some meditation, or do some yoga, or do some healthy, something which you like every day. The other thing which you can do is that consuming omega-3 fatty acid rich fishes. So omega-3 fatty acid is actually an polyunsaturated fatty acid. It is not naturally that is produced in our body, so we'll have to take it from external sources. And the good source of this omega-3 fatty acid are the fatty fishes. If you consume non-vegetarian, consider this fatty fishes. Salmon, mackerel, tuna, all this contains large amount of omega-3 fatty acids. You can definitely take them. So summing up, LDL means it is a low density lipoprotein. It is naturally needed. It is not always bad. The devil is in the details. You should keep your numbers under control. If it is less than 100, you have nothing to worry about it. And to reduce it naturally, you will have to eat more of fibers. You have to cut down on your trans-saturated fatty acids. You should have some healthy fats. You should have more fruits, more vegetables. You should exercise regularly. You should quit smoking. And if it doesn't control with everything, and especially if you are having a previous heart attack, or if you are having a previous stroke, or any other limbs attack like a peripheral vascular disease, and that time you will have to have your tighter control of LDL, and that tighter control of LDL won't be just possible with these lifestyles. Then you will have to take some medications, like a few cholesterol lowering medications which are very effective in reducing your LDL. It can reduce by 20 to 30% easily, and there are a lot of advances in cardiology, like a lot of medicines have been developed to get your LDL under control. If natural methods don't help in controlling, you can always add it. And if there are few indications where you definitely have to take the medications which your cardiologist says, so do that too. So if you have any other doubts regarding LDL, you can definitely post in the comment section. I will try to reply to it. So thank you. Subscribe to my channel.